Hi, I'm Joshua Gonzalez, and my debate topic was whether or not the technology companies should comply with the FBI in cases of emergencies such as the San Bernardino case. Yes, they should. Here's why. In cases such as the San Bernardino case, that was a terrorist attack. People died, people were in danger, people were injured, and the FBI wanted to go through their phone to track their location within the 18 minutes before the attack happened so that they could possibly get some clues as to whether or not any other attack would be happening and who might also have been involved in the attack, as a way to possibly thwart future attacks and to save lives, pretty much. And Apple refused to do so, saying that it was a privacy violation. And they kind of did this as a way to ensure that the users of Apple products would have their privacy protected even against the government, which is understandable. But in cases such as this one, yes, the FBI should be allowed to go through. And my first source is the Fourth Amendment. If you go read it, it says that it protects citizens from unreasonable search and seizure. And unreasonable has heavy implications that if there is a reason, then that is not protected. So in this case, it was a terrorist attack, and they wanted to find evidence to possibly keep from any attacks like this happening again, which is reasonable, that is probable, and they should not really need a search warrant for that. Of course, a search warrant is the other way that they could go through that property. But again, with reasonable cause, the FBI or any law enforcement, government, whatever, should be able to go through a piece of property to prevent something like this from happening again. And again, the Fourth Amendment, while it does protect from unreasonable search and seizures for citizens, if you're dead and a terrorist, then I feel like there's no protection for you. One, you're dead, so you're technically not even in the record anymore. And again, this was an extreme case in which you needed to, or the FBI needed to see what was going on so that they could take further action and be a step ahead of any other attacks that might be happening. And this guy and his wife, they killed 14 people, injured a couple other people, and again, they were dead. So there's no protection for them under the Fourth Amendment. And again, reasonable cause. And another thing is, Apple has complied with the FBI before. There have been cases where there have been similar situations where the FBI has had to look through devices, and Apple has complied. And with this specific case, again, Apple was just trying to let their consumers know that because of whatever reasons, that they and their privacy would be protected from anyone, even the government, under any circumstances, under any cases. And it's kind of terrible, but this is a way to market their product more, which again, in cases of extreme emergency, shouldn't really be a priority. The priority should be protecting citizens from anything like this happening again, and showing your consumers that just because they're an Apple product doesn't mean that they can get away with bad things. They're not like an evil corporation. They're not a malicious corporation. And if Apple had not complied or been made to comply at the end, that could have prevented the FBI or any law enforcement from possibly thwarting any future attacks from terrorists. Because if that was the case and other people knew that Apple would protect their security, then they could just buy Apple, and all their plans and all their motives and all their things that they have set in motion to possibly cause another attack and to go through another attack are lost. We can't get to them because Apple would not comply. That would lead to the deaths of a couple more, possibly hundreds of citizens, all because these terrorists decided to use an Apple product or any piece of technology that the FBI could not gain access to due to the fact that there are privacy laws to protect, I guess, even dead people or terrorists. And that is not right, because it causes more danger, it causes more harm than good, and the lives of many people could be at stake. And in this case, also, the FBI didn't want like a back door to all like pieces of equipment and technology in the United States. They just wanted an opportunity to search this device so that they could make sure that nothing was going on and that nothing would happen further that would cause any other attack, or nobody had any other plans set in motion. Nobody had any other motives. Nobody had any other plans to make attacks or to harm citizens or to blow something up or to kill this guy or kill that guy. They weren't asking for like a master key to all devices. They were just wanted a backdoor to this one, or they wanted Apple to open it for them. They weren't even asking for like technology to get into this phone. They just wanted Apple to open it for them so that they could go through it and make sure that nothing else was going on, so make sure everything was protected. And another point is the Supreme Court had actually ordered a court order to allow the FBI to go through it, and I believe that is what that or encryption is what allowed the FBI to get into it. And the court orders by the Supreme Court are protected by the All Writs Act of 1789, which grants the Supreme Court the power to like enact these court orders, which sends down orders to the lower federal judges that they have to comply with. This is something that they had to comply with. This was a court order. This was something put in place by the Supreme Court, and the technology companies are not able to question that. So yes, if there is a case such as the one of San Bernardino, then technology companies should comply with the FBI. The main reason is because it could prevent further disasters or further catastrophes from happening, and it would protect citizens, it would protect people, and privacy would still be protected because they're not asking for a master key. They're just asking for access into that specific device so that they can ensure that nothing else is going on. Thank you.